All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down to rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hope for the elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson. I have alone the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, The People in Babylon Are Struggling. All right, and Lord Will's brothers can see on the screen. I have this article here from The Guardian, and it says, I'm selling my blood. Millions in the U.S. can't make ends meet with two jobs. All right, so people that have two jobs here in Babylon the Great are having it, still can't make it, don't have enough to basically live or survive. So they're forced into selling their blood to eat, like this article is going to explain. All right, and it's only going to get worse. It shows how bad this place is, how bad it's getting in this place, and it's only going to get worse. All right, more Americans have been working two or more jobs over the past few decades, and this just ain't started. It's been going on for some time. Like I said, the last few decades, it's been going on. All right, because the value of the dollar has been decreasing for years, but now it's really getting bad. All right, census data shows. Now inflation is starting to catch up with this place. All right, millions of Americans are currently supposed to be the richest country in the world, right? Millions of Americans are currently working two or more jobs in order to make ends meet. Two jobs to work just to eat, man, just to make it, not to get ahead, just to make it. All right, as global inflation and corporations jack up prices due to the inflation. All right, they got no choice. The inflation's getting out of hand. The value of the dollar is going down, so they have to jack prices up. All right, they don't have a choice. All right, again, every time the value of the dollar goes down, you have to the more the value of the dollar goes down, the prices of goods go up because the dollar is pretty much worthless. It takes more money to the businesses have to charge you more money because it costs more for them to produce it. All right, have seen prices of food and gas, housing and health insurance and other necessities soaring in the past year. Uh, Cassius Lewis, if I pronounce his name right, his or her name right or whatever, of Denver, Colorado, works two jobs and is currently trying to find a third. So they're looking for a third job to cover their recent $200 a month rent increase to her apartment. She works 2 days, and this is a woman by the way, strong, powerful woman. All right, she works 2 days, the almighty woman. She works days, like as a bartress, if I pronounce that right, at Starbucks, but claims it's been difficult to get hours, even with taking extra shifts whenever she can due to the schedule cuts as part of crackdown on union organizing by management. At night, she works at a convenience store because the hours are reliable and works 6 days a week, often 16 hours a day. Still can't make it. I'm exhausted all the time, said Lewis. On the one day I have off, I donate plasma for extra money. I'm literally selling my blood to eat because I have no choice. Right, man. So people are literally selling blood, man, just to make it because they don't have enough. And this is a person working two jobs. All right, working 16 hours, 6 days a week or whatever, and still can't make ends meet. She has to sell her blood. All right. And again, it's the almighty woman, the strong, mighty woman, independent woman. You don't need a man. All right. But it just shows, man, things are about to get a lot worse here, man. A lot worse. Think things are bad now? Nah, you ain't seen nothing yet. Inflation's only going to get higher. And Lord will, if this whole diesel thing does go down, all right, everything is going to just stop. You're going to lose pretty much. The scripture say there should be no work for Egypt, but a majority of people in America are going to lose their jobs if this diesel thing does go down. All right, but we've been telling, so speaking to our people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians about this place, man. That this place ain't the problem. Now you're starting to see it, man. Now you're seeing this place is collapsing overnight. This is first, it's like Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, which Egypt, spiritual Egypt is America, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and horses because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he is also wise and will bring evil and will not call back his word, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the helpers of them that work iniquity. Right, so the scripture said, woe unto you to go down to Egypt for help. All right, because our people trust that their job is always going to be there. Basically, America is always going to be um up and running. All right, pretty much. The job is always going to be there. Always thought they were always going to be able to the scripture say we should Revelation it speaks about I said a queen and no widow shall see no sorrow and shall see no sorrow. All right, the people here in America don't believe that this place is going to completely and utterly shut down. All right, they believe a job is always going to be there for them. If not the job they work at, they can always go get another job. All right, they trust in that. They trust in the government. They trust in this whole society. But this society is collapsing. It's falling apart. Again, people are having to sell blood just to eat. Just to eat, they're having to sell blood, working 2 or 3 jobs, not to get ahead, just to stay above. All right, just to survive, they're having to work at 2 or 3 jobs. All right, due to the inflation. But again, our people always trust that it's always gonna be a Walmart open, it's always gonna be a Winn-Dixie open, it's always gonna be a Popeyes, a McDonald's, or something open. Cheap food they can always get. And if not, if their job does shut down, they can always go get another one. Nah, all that shit's about to cease, man. All of that shit's about to stop. All right, but it was again the majority of our people trust in this place, and this place is failing them, man. They're having to sell blood just to make ends meet. All right, so obviously not good. This is ultimately there ain't gonna be no jobs. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. Neither should there be any work for Egypt. And if this diesel shortage, is true, if it does come to pass, the Lord allows it to come to pass, you're gonna see a large majority of people in America lose their jobs, and it's gonna be a domino effect. All right, it's gonna cost everybody their jobs. Cause what do people mainly work for? They work to eat. All right, no food, no trucks mean no food getting to the grocery store. So why even go to your job? What's the point of going to your job anymore? All right, well the Lord said there should be nowhere for Egypt if this diesel shortage thing is true. All right, but it shows the poverty, man, that's out there. How people are suffering, and people put on this fake facade, this mask, like everything is all good. It's not all good here in America, man. All right, things is not all good here in America. And again, it's only going to get worse. It's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, who's the righteous? All right, the children of Israel. All right, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, starting with the elect, are the righteous of the Lord. Are in authority, the people rejoice. So if the righteous in authority, the people will rejoice. Verse reading on Salakia, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right, when the wicked bear rule, which is Esau, Edom, the people mourn. The so-called white man, and that's who's in power right now. And that's when you get stuff like this. When the wicked are in authority, you gotta sell your blood just to eat, just to make ends meet. You gotta go sell your blood, man. And you already got 2 jobs on top of that. That's how the world's running. When the wicked is in control, people are suffering, man. All over the planet, people are suffering, man. Again, this person working 16 hours with 2 jobs, still can't make it. Exhausted, and gotta sell blood just to make it. She ain't got no choice. Even if she's right here says because I have no choice. Her partner suffers from he's jacked up or whatever, or she or whatever. All these freaks out here, but people are in a bad case, man. And again, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. There's no future for this place. The future for this place looks dark. It doesn't look bright at all. So like, excuse the phone. It's slow as hell, man. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 1. Remember that I created in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, neither the years draw near when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right, before the evil day come. The evil day is coming, man. Ain't no job, ain't no food in the stores, no nothing, man. Alright, when the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, and the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease because they are few. Right, the grinding cease because they are few. And these jobs are about to start cutting back majorly, firing people. A lot of businesses are doing bad right now. All right, yeah, Walmart and Target, two major department stores, cut billions of dollars worth of orders because who knows? Probably figured they wasn't gonna be able to sell it, or probably what they figured they got the inside baseball. No diesel means I can't deliver those things to the store anyway. So why am I paying for it? What's the point of me paying for it? I might as well just cut ties now. You know. So I mean, whichever way that goes, less stuff is in the store. All right. The grinding cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. Right. The future looks dark for this place, man. Doesn't look bright. You got people working 2 jobs and they gotta sell blood just to eat. That's not a prosperous country, man. Verse 4, and the door should be shut in the streets, and when the sound of the grinding is low. Right, the sound of the grinding, is low. A lot of people are losing their jobs too. All right, making cuts. A lot of companies are making cuts because they ain't seeing a large profit. And he shall raise up the voices of the bird, and the daughters of music should be brought low. Because the music is garbage, man. That definitely is already come to pass. All right, let me get one more script and I'm gonna close it up. To all our people that trust this place, you always thought I'm gonna have a job, I'm always have a car. If I lose my job, I can always get another job. Grocery stores are always gonna be open. All right, it's always a way for me to make money. It's not always gonna be like that, man. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, started with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and brothers ringing on down, have been warning for years about this time. Hard times are coming. It's only gonna get harder. Well, we're in the hard times. When people gotta sell blood just to make ends meet, we're in those hard times. All right. This second Ezra chapter 5, verse 12. At the same time shall men hope. Right. People are in hope, I can make it, I get back on my feet. This place, things to get better, the prices of food to go down, inflation will stop, slow down or whatever. The people out here are in hope, gas prices will go down and stay down. And people are hoping that this place, things turn around for this place. But nothing shall obtain. Right, not gonna happen. And they shall labor, right? They shall labor. People are working 2 jobs, trying to make ends meet, 3 jobs, whatever. But their ways shall not prosper. Right, but their ways should not prosper. They ain't gonna work. It still ain't enough. You working 3 jobs and you still can't pay rent. Still can't afford gas. Still struggling to pay for gas. Still struggling to pay rent. Still struggling to pay for food. All right, or whatever. Right, but like the Lord said, but their ways shall not prosper. So it ain't gonna work. You get 2 jobs, whatever. It still ain't gonna work. People that are making $50,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck, man. All right, 100,000. I think it was 50 or 60. They said are living paycheck to paycheck. Pretty much everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. All right. But right now you only got the poor and rich. There's never really been a middle class, to be honest. But the middle class has been eradicated. Now you're either poor or you're rich. All right. And this whole thing is about to shut down. This whole system is about to shut down, man. The people are in bad case. All right, on a horrible case. And things are only going to get worse. And soon people are going to just turn to crime, man. Fuck going to a job. Fuck trying to sell blood. People are just going to turn full force to crime, man. All right, when people get desperate, like the elders always be quoting Gerald Salente, when people have nothing else to lose, they lose it. All right, people are going to turn to crime, man. So-called fine, upstanding citizens are going to be turning to crime, breaking in motherfuckers' houses. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and faith to you, brothers, Christians, truth, and sincerity. With that, I'm